Alright, welcome back to the channel today. So I am working on the Humvee. I'm actually working on taking out their rear shims. So it's pretty straightforward. You have your two big bolts that go in that hold the control arm. You just take those out, and then before you take them out, make sure you have a jack stand underneath the rear end here, and then slowly lower it a little bit, and then a little bit of force, it actually just pops right out. So the next step is looking at my shims. They look like they're just the notch ones, so I'm going to attempt to just loosen them up, and hopefully I can just drop those out the bottom. I'll give you an update here in a minute. Alright, so update, I did get all the shims out, both sides. I got it bolted back together. The key I found is a short 3/4 inch, and you actually go from behind. So you go from behind the other side, you can reach up in there. This side's the easiest. This side is a little tougher because you got more stuff in the way. Right down here on the other side, there's a small little, it's a 9/16 bolt holding some brake line. Once you remove that and push it out of the way, you can basically get to it again with this small 3/4 inch. That's your key right there. Works pretty well. I suggest having a helper if you have one, but I did do this by myself. A little tricky, but it is doable on your own. Alright, welcome back to the channel. So as you see in the previous video, I've been working on the other side, taking out the shims because of the positive camber. So I'm on the passenger side now, and I found a little issue. So obviously we have some wearing out parts, which explains a lot. This was driving a little, I want to say uneven, if that makes any sense. So I've never drove a Humvee, so I didn't know what to expect. I thought maybe that was just a characteristic of the vehicle, but apparently this plays a big part. So make sure when you're doing work on your Humvee, you're also checking areas that may be worn out as well, because you may have more things to fix than you realize. But we'll dive into this. I'll diagnose the issue and I'll report back to you guys. Thanks. Alright, we took the tire off and we did find the problem. It is the outer tire rod. It is completely shot, so no big deal. I'll get one ordered and get that replaced. Also, while you're working on the rear end, you might as well go ahead and change the oil on your portal axles while you have the accessibility. So that's what I'm also doing. So that's just one thing you can do while you're down there. Again, any questions on this? Thanks for watching. I will put a parts list of the tools that you'll need to complete this task. So any questions, let me know. Alright, tools you'll need to complete this task. For the control arm, I used a 1 1/8" socket on the one side. I used a adjustable crescent wrench on the other with a long pry bar. You'll need that for the leverage. These are in there pretty tight. Once you get it going, it comes out pretty simple. Then on the actual bolts that hold in the shims, those are 3/4 inch. I use a impact for those. On the back side, I use that 3/4 inch short wrench. Works out pretty good. No issues there. And then you'll need a 9/16 wrench for in the back. You'll find a little screw that holds in some lines for the brakes. You'll have to unscrew that just so you can gain access, but that's all you'll need. I suggest getting yourself a good impact because you'll need it. These bolts or the shims are on there pretty good, and I also suggest that you get a helper. You can do it by yourself, but it's a lot more effective to have somebody give you a hand. Alright, thanks for watching. I need you to stay right there.